Hey everybody, it's me Ben. Man, week 5, it's pretty rough on me as far as my picks go, but it's a brand new week, so let's right this ship and let's go ahead and I'll give you my picks for week 6. Let's do this. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Ben's Quick Picks, and my name is Ben Cornett. You could follow me on X at BennyBoy702 and my YouTube channel at BenCornett9015. Well, last week, week 5, pretty tough. Some upsets, some ones I was kind of second guessing, but it is what it is. So let me show you what my record was last week and overall on the season so far. As you can see, I went 8-6 last week, but I'm still 52-26 overall on the year, so that's still pretty good. But now it's time to get down to business, so let's do this. Let's go over my quick picks for week 6, and here they are. And there you are. Now, on that list, it shows where the check marks are. Those are the teams I'm picking this week. So let's get right into it. Thursday night football, we got the Denver Broncos going to the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams that their trajectories are going opposite. Chiefs are going up, Broncos going down. Really not much to say, but I know we saw last week that we kind of had a big upset with the Bears and Commanders. Lightning's not going to strike twice. I got the Chiefs beating the Broncos. Let's go 27-14. All right, we got another overseas game in London. This time, it's not the Jaguars. No, they're back home, but we'll get to that game in a minute. It is the Baltimore Ravens against the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are technically the home team here. This is an interesting game. Last week, both teams who I picked to win their respective games did not. The Ravens pretty much gave that game away to the Steelers, in my opinion. A lot of drop passes by the receivers didn't help Lamar Jackson out. Meanwhile, Tennessee, just seems like one week they do great, and the next week they don't. Again, they're just too reliant on Derrick Henry here. As far as this game goes, I expect the Ravens to bounce back, get that bad taste out of their mouth. I am not going to pick Tennessee here. I'm going Baltimore Ravens. Let's go 20-14. Again, the Ravens, I think, are the better team. The receivers, just catch the footballs, please. Okay, the Commanders at the Falcons. Tough week for the Commanders, Pretty much everybody, including myself, had them beating the Bears. They didn't. The Bears shockingly beat the Commanders. It happens, Now it's how do you respond? The Falcons come off a big win last week against Houston. I picked Houston to beat the Falcons. Now, conventional wisdom tells you pick the Falcons here because they're the home team, and Desmond Ritter's never lost a home game yet as the Falcons quarterback. But I'm going to switch it up here. I think the Commanders had a little bit of more rest than the Falcons, extra 2 days off. They're going to get things right here. Again, this is a team that nearly beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. And I expect this team to come out and play a lot better, be more focused. Sam Howell, I think, is going to have a good game here. The running game is going to get going with Robinson. They're going to make some plays defensively. Chase Young, Sweat. If they can get to Desmond Ridder, make his life uncomfortable in the pocket, I think they can beat the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they just have rely too much on the running game. They don't get, even though last week they got Kyle Pitts more involved, I'm still hesitant and not sure if they're going to do that again. I'm actually going Commanders here. They're going to win this game 24-20 over the Falcons. All right, the New Orleans Saints visit the Houston Texans. Last week, the Saints annihilated the New England Patriots, but so have the Dallas Cowboys and other teams. New England's just a mess. But I'll get to them in a minute. The Saints, meanwhile, bounced back last week after my Bucks beat them the previous week. They're going to Houston, where Houston had a tough loss there. There were some plays they could have made. They didn't. They did not. I really thought Dameon Pierce was going to finally break out and have that game, but he didn't. But call me a sucker, but I'm going to go with the Texans here again. They're at home. Saints, it's been a tough week, 2 games on the road. I know the Saints on offense seem like they have talent, but again, they pretty much beat up on a team that's pretty bad in New England. So they're going to play a better team. The Texans got a better quarterback, C.J. Stroud. Yes, he's better than Mac Jones. Let's not, mistake that. And I think the Texans are going to pull this one out. It's going to be a close game, but I got the Texans winning this game 26-23 over the New Orleans Saints. Okay, the 49ers go up to the Cleveland Browns. They put a shellacking on the Cowboys. And they're clearly, I would say, the best team in football right now. I think they're even better than Philly right now. Cleveland, meanwhile, they had a bye week. They got their butts handed to them by the Ravens the week before. They're going to be well rested. I think it's going to be a closer game than people think, but in the end, I think the 49ers, their talent, they're just better all around. I think it's going to be enough, especially on the road, but Cleveland's going to make it a game. But San Francisco pulls away late. I like the 49ers 27-20 over the Browns. Be closer than people think. The game of the week right here, one of the games of the week for me, is Seattle at Cincinnati. The Seahawks and Bengals. Like Cleveland, Seattle had a bye week. They're going up against the Bengals, who, got rejuvenated again last week down in Arizona. Joe Burrow looked like the old Joe Burrow that we're used to seeing. In Seattle, 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Football, they destroyed the Giants. Their defense is for real. Cincinnati, played well against Arizona, did what they had to do. Now, I could pick Seattle here in this game. Maybe they're the better team right now. And I kind of do, but then again, I kind of want to go with the Bengals on this one. I don't know why. I may lose this one, but I'm going to go with the Bengals here. They're going to win 30-27. It's going to be a very good game, back and forth game. But I think Joe Burrow's finally getting it going. He found Jamar Chase. Chase very happy he's getting the football again, and I expect him to do that again. I know T. Higgins is out, but they got weapons. Since he's good, Seattle, they had a big win up in Detroit, so they've proven that they can win on the road in big games. But I think for this game particularly, I'm going with the Bengals 30-27 over the Seattle Seahawks. The Carolina Panthers are at the Miami Dolphins. Now, as you know, Carolina's the only winless football team still. Miami Dolphins beat up on the Giants last week. All I'm going to say is Dolphins are going to win this game over the Panthers. I'm sorry. I just don't think Carolina's going to I just don't believe they can go down there to beat Miami. They did play a good second half against Detroit, but by then it was already a blowout. But it won't matter. I think Miami's going to take care of business like always, and they're going to win this game. Let's go 31-13. All right. Colts at Jaguars. Now, Colts, big win over the Titans last week. However, their rookie quarterback sensation, Anthony Richardson, is on the IR now with a shoulder sprain. He's going to miss some time for the next several weeks, so insert Gardner Minshew, who had a big win up in Baltimore a couple weeks ago, did a good job against the Titans in the second half last week, took care of business. Minshew's a very good backup, so, and it's a good thing that the Colts were able to sign him. Meanwhile, Jacksonville went up to London. They stayed there 2 weeks in a row, got 2 wins in a row. But this time they're at home, and they're real home in Jacksonville, Florida. And history has shown that the Jaguars have won, I think, the last 8 or 9 games against the Colts in Jacksonville. I'm going to make that another one because despite the Colts, they're playing good football. Their defense has stepped up. But I think Jacksonville is going to come back here. I know they're inconsistent, but I feel like now they're starting to grow some confidence. Look, they got 2 wins against Atlanta and a good Buffalo team. So for me, Jacksonville, I think on paper is a little bit better. It's going to be a close game. In fact, I think the Colts might even lead in this game, but I think Jacksonville in the end is going to win this game in a close one. I'm going to go 24-21 over the Colts in this AFC South Division matchup. Give me the Jaguars over the Colts. All right, the Vikings at the Bears. Now, both teams, NFC North. This is the bottom dweller game of the division. The Bears had a great win last Thursday night against the Commanders. Vikings, tough loss to KC, but it's Kansas City. They're good. And Minnesota put up a fight. But now they go to Chicago. On paper, I would say the Vikings, they are favored to win this game. However, Justin Jefferson is out. He's not playing. That's Kirk Cousins' top receiver. And for the Bears, a big win like that on the road in D.C., can they bring that momentum to Chicago? I'm hesitant to do this, but I'm going to do it. I'm no longer hesitant to do it. I'm actually going to pick the Bears to beat the Vikings. I think it's going to be an ugly game. No, it's going to be a high-scoring game, but it's ugly. Both defenses aren't very good. But I'm going to go Bears here, 28-24 over Minnesota. It's going to be another tough loss for Kirk Cousins, and Minnesota's season just going down the tank. For the Bears, this will be a division win, so give me the Bears over the Vikings, 28-24. All right, the afternoon games. The New England Patriots going down to my city here in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Raiders. No, I'm not a Raiders fan, I'm a Bucs fan, but the Raiders are here in Vegas where I live. Anyway, New England, they're just not good. And maybe it's time for Bill to hang it up. Mac Jones is terrible. He just is. Sorry, he just is. Garoppolo, he's not really much better. But I'm going to go with the Raiders here at home in this ugly game. The Raiders, they'll make mistakes, but New England, I don't think is going to capitalize on them. I'm going to go Raiders here, 22-13 over the New England Patriots. All right. Game I'm looking forward to, my Buccaneers. Yes, we're in our creamsicles. It's a throwback game, and we're hosting the Detroit Lions. This is going to be a very good game. Both defenses are stout. Tampa coming off the bye week, they're 3-1. Detroit's 4-1. I'm glad that they put this matchup in the afternoon slot because I think this is probably going to be the best game of the afternoon. Both teams, like I said, defensively are very good. And, both offenses are pretty good as well. Both Jared Goff's playing well. Baker Mayfield's surprising everybody. He's playing well. And listen, conventional wisdom probably tells you pick Detroit, right? Maybe they're a little bit better. This is not a homer pick. I'm actually going Bucks here. I just feel like the Bucks defense, they've kept this team in games all year long. They lost to the Eagles, but Eagles didn't play their best offensively. We were able to hold them to just 25 points. The Eagles, defense was just better than, our Bucks offense. Baker Mayfield had an interception. Yes, our run game's not great for the Bucks. It needs to get better. Detroit has a great run game, but I think Detroit relies too much on their run game. And I think if we can stop the run here, we got a great chance to pull this win out, and I think that's what we're going to do. I like the Bucks beating Detroit. Give me 27-24. This is going to be a fun game to watch, but I think the Bucks pull it out. All right, Eagles at the Jets. Good for the Jets last week to get a win at Denver. I picked that one, called it. Eagles, meanwhile, took care of business with the Rams. This game, I think it's going to be close. Really close game. The Eagles are not playing their best football. They've been on thin ice with hot blades. The Jets, Zach Wilson's not playing bad the last 2 games. And I don't think he'll play that bad either this game. But I got the Eagles winning a close one. I'll go 30-24 over the Jets. Jets will score some points, but Philly, I think, is just too much. Their talent level is just too good, and they're going to pull out another one. So give me 30-24 Philly. All right, the Cardinals at the Rams. Heard that James Conner's going on IR, so they're already depleted. Josh Dobbs is probably going to be running for his life against the Rams defense that's getting better and better. And their offense with Cooper Kupp back, Pinoku's their rookie receiver, and then Kyron Williams. I think Kyron Williams is going to have a big day on the ground. Matt Stafford's going to take care of business here. I like the Rams over the Cardinals in this NFC West divisional matchup. In fact, I'll even say the Rams are going to beat them by double digits. So I'm going to go Rams over the Cardinals. I'll go 31-13. All right, the nightcap, Sunday Night Football. The New York Football Giants going up to Buffalo. The Bills, tough loss last week overseas. Didn't play their best football. The Giants, meanwhile, they're just struggling. Daniel Jones got hurt. He's probably not going to play this week, so they're going to have Tyrod Taylor play. I just don't think that's going to make a difference. Buffalo is going to be looking to get the bad Jaguar London taste out of their mouths. And Buffalo, I think, just like the Rams, going to destroy the Cardinals. I think the Bills are going to do the same to the Giants. So give me Buffalo 34, Giants 10. And the Monday Night Football game, the Dallas Cowboys against the LA Chargers in SoFi Stadium. So, Cowboys, very humbling loss. They got blown out by the Niners. Meanwhile, the Chargers had a bye week. A week before that, they made it a close game with the Raiders. This is an interesting game. Cowboys, how are they going to respond after this huge loss to the Niners? And the Chargers, meanwhile, they just seem like, they're 2-2, but, they should probably be 0-4, in my opinion. They just can't seem to close out games. They got the talent, Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Josh Palmer. They got some weapons. Same thing with Dallas. They got Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb. They got some players, but Dallas is going to not going to have Leighton Vander Esch. He got hurt. He's on the IR. He'll miss a few weeks. So they're down a defensive player. This is a tough one. I want to pick the Chargers here, but I'm actually going to go Dallas. I think they're going to pull this one out, come back after a tough loss. So actually, give me Dallas over the Chargers. It's going to be a very good game, very close, but I like Dallas on the road to bounce back. Give me the Cowboys 33, Chargers 27. So, those are my picks for week 6. Tell me in the comment section if you like those picks. Do you agree with them, disagree with them? Just let me know in the comment section. So, I will show you my week 6 picks here one more time. So, take a look at them. Well, there you have it. Those are my picks for week 6. Hopefully we can have a better week than we did last week. I expect at least 9-10 wins out of this one. By the way, the only teams that have a bye week this week are the Packers and Steelers. So we got 15 games. Hopefully I could do 10-5 or better. So yeah, let's see how it turns out, and we'll find out next time how my week 6 picks did. So with that being said, that is all for this time for Ben's Quick Picks. Guys, ladies out there, have a great NFL Week 6, and we will be back here next time for another edition of Ben's Quick Picks. Take care, everybody.